Truth in Plain Sight.
Good evening, everyone. We're here in downtown Toronto near Lakeshore at a great location for the How to Change the World 2024 in downtown Toronto. It's Lamont here with Tips Media, and we've got a great event here today where after 4 years, and certainly for a lot longer than that, there have been some integral thought leaders and movers and shakers in this country with ideas on how to move ahead with a better Canada. And one of the gentlemen that we have here today is one of those movers and shakers that will be presenting at the show tonight. We have here Karim Tadros, who is one of the organizers of a movement that you certainly have heard of, 1 Million Man March. Also, an organization dealing with the kids issue here today called Hands Off Our Kids. And today at this conference, he's going to be talking a little bit more about an elections pro organization that's going to help us finally get a handle on this thing called elections in this country. Can you tell us a little bit more about that, Karim?
For sure. I mean, today is a day for, uncovering truth. It's a day for pulling back the curtain, understanding what's really happening, looking at how the sausage is made, as they say. We've got problems in a lot of areas, and one of the key issues for us, especially, is education. I think parents have always assumed that they drop off their kids at 9 in the morning, pick them up 6 hours later, and they come back having learned some academics and becoming smarter. That's not what's happening in schools, and we're just now figuring that out. Hands Off for Kids has been very active in uncovering how that system works from within. Who are really the decision makers? How are these policies being passed down? Who governs what's done in a classroom? We're just starting to figure this out, and obviously communicating that out to parents is key. You think about how many hours a kid spends at school with teachers and principals, but how many hours do they really spend with mom and dad when they come home? So who's really raising the child? This is all about understanding what's happening in the background. Who are the people putting in the right kind of legislation, something that gives parents even their basic rights? It's not being taken away from parents. So who's playing in our corner? Who's got our back as parents? Elections Pro is a platform you're going to start to see a lot of. It's all about really bringing out who the key players are, who are the MPs, who are the MPPs, understanding who's in charge of certain decisions, who's voting on what, looking at statistics, knowing what the country wants, understanding who's behind that and who's against that. It helps people make a more informed decision.
Well, I think you're an amazing speaker. Are you sure you're not going to run for politics one of these days?
Not just yet, no.
Not just yet, you see. And here's the thing. There's a lot of really great people that realize that if we don't take care of our children, we are done for as a society, right? And as a good man, as we can see here, is that we also know that there's problems with elections, right? Really, there's not the right people getting into office. A lot of public offices, as important as our educational system, really needs a good revamping. And I think if you can actually get ourselves to a point where we start forensically identifying what's going on in the world that makes us so busy that we can't take care of our kids, that we leave that up to educated professionals, let's do it the right way. And I'm really excited to hear what you got to say, and I can't wait to see what this conference is going to do tonight. So thank you so much for meeting with us and being here. Is there anything you'd like to say before we leave tonight?
No, the only real point to make here, you talked about elections. One of the problems is people don't really go out to vote. They just assume that their community is going to take care of that and who to vote for. Make your own informed decision. Get active. I mean, that's really what it's going to take to turn this thing around.
I can't say you're wrong, my friend, because at the end of the day, people need to do their own research, and they need to take their power back and make informed decisions for themselves for the kind of world they want to live in. Thank you so much, and stay tuned for the show tonight.
Follow Truth in Plain Sight, bringing truth to light in unbiased, nonpartisan, factually founded reporting worldwide.